Welcome. Come on in. My name is Alexander Stodden. I'm the winemaker and the owner of the winery Stodden. And I welcome you here in our new vinothek and tasting room. We now make a little or short tour around the winery. Please come with me. Just have a look at the beautiful picture here on the wall into our old tasting room. Old means just 10 years older than this one. Here is the second tasting room where we can have two parts, a taste with all the wines. You can have a look at them and also some spirits. And over here, the event tasting room where we can sit, can have dinners or stuff like this. Now we go into the cellar where we have all the barrels. They're all from my grandfather, the 50s, so almost 70 years old and older. We go into the barrique cellar. These wines, which are in the barrique barrel, have to celebrate Christmas twice in the barrel before they get bottled. So we have at least 15 months of barrel aging, but normally we go up to 17 to 18 months before we bottle. Welcome to our library. Here is a few wines that we store that we know how the wines will age, how they taste after 13 years. It's not for sale. It's just our brain, our library. Today we have a tasting with 6 wines, and we start out with a 2019 Blanc de Noir. Blanc de Noir is it's made out of Pinot Noir, and it's a Pinot Noir without color. So we have just gentle pressing, and so since the color is in the skin and we don't hurt the skin too much, we have a white wine. You drink it cold and it's very refreshing. We have yellow cherries, we have a lot of fruit, and it's a refreshing wine for just the hot summer. Now we go to the red wines, what I'm standing for. We start out with a 2019 Spätburgunder. Spätburgunder is a German word for Pinot Noir, and it's our basic Spätburgunder. It's made in big old wooden barrels, and it is the fruity, elegant style made red wine. This one is lighter than the rest because the wood we're talking about is at least 50 years old or older. So all the barrels still from my grandfather, and so it's just a hint of wood. It's not really like a barrique wine. That's the traditional style. We made wines for a lot of years. It's our basic one. All the rest with the gray capsule is always with new wood. And now we go over for this tasting, and we start with the 2018 Spätburgunder JS. 18 was a very warm vintage in Germany, and yeah, it's very smooth, very elegant, ripe tannins. It's kissed by the oak, has around about 10% new oak. The rest is second and third used oak, and we have a barrel aging here for 17 months. So I give the wine the time to develop and get all the wood into it and all this stuff. So try it, you will love it. It's very nice, it's very, very gentle. Then we go to the 2018 Recher Spätburgunder. We call it the VDP Ortswein. VDP stands for Verband der deutschen Prädikatsweingüter, and there are the 200 best German wineries together and have their own standard. So they have the Gutswein, VDP Gutswein, VDP Ortswein, and the VDP Große Lage. And this is the VDP Ortswein. It's very structured. It comes out of the Recher Herrenberg. It's very mineral. I love the taste of it. It has a long aftertaste, and all these sherries and the minerality is great in here. Then we go to the Herrenberg GG. GG stands for Großes Gewächs. Großes Gewächs, VDP Großes Gewächs is the German word for Grand Cru. And yeah, this is my, the Herrenberg is that what I have where I have the most in it, and it's, I love this slope. The Herrenberg is, yeah, it's always a nose full of fruit, and you have to smell it for yourself. It's the best. I cannot describe it all the way. And there we go. We have a long finish. It's very broad. It's also elegant, and yeah, you just have to taste it. Then we go the special. There are only 600 bottles every year. It's called Spätburgunder Alte Reben. We call Alte Reben because there are old wines. Old wines means they're almost 100 years, and they are not grafted, so they're on their own rootstock. And yeah, I love this vineyard. You can do whatever you want to. You never can mess up the quality of the wine. The vines have their own yeah, speed. They don't care about the weather. They always grow in the same time and the same speed. They don't care about water because they have roots almost probably 35 meters down into the ground. They always have enough water. There is a slightly different smell in it. It's more elegant. The tannins are very soft. It is a special wine. And what you have there in aromas and what you have in the mouth, and yeah, just taste it. It's always the best wine I have in the winery, and it's every vintage the same. Not the same wine, but it's always the same, that it's the best. And yeah, I love it. Would love to have a double amount of bottles, but yeah, only 600 a year. So taste it for yourself, enjoy the tasting, and yeah, I love my wines, and thank you for listening, and bye.